Ravi Shankar Prasad, because what we've seen is one of the most scathing attacks from Rahul Gandhi against the BJP government and against the Prime Minister directly. As a senior BJP MP, how do you react and respond to what went down in Parliament today?
It is reckless, it is baseless, it is shameless. And that too coming from a person who is out on bail on the charges of corruption, fraudulent takeover of thousands of crores of property in the National Herald case. His brother-in-law is also involved in misappropriation, the mother is involved, the rest is all well known to you. But I can only tell you this, that the record of probity and propriety of Narendra Modi ji is so overwhelming that Mr. Rahul Gandhi's impertinence and irresponsible misadventurism fell flat in 2019. It is going to fall flat again. As I said in the House, there is a proper Rule 353. You have to say it, or even incriminating issues with authentication, with documents. Nothing was done. And therefore, today we recalled all the saga of corruption, right from 2G to coal scam, to Adarsh cooperative scam, to the way Rajiv Gandhi Trust was financed by China, Chinese embassy, Zakir Naik, all is too well known. Therefore, Rahul Gandhi cannot preach. But what is important is, we also level allegation. We do so based upon evidence. Today he was reckless, without any foundations.
No, but Rahul Gandhi spoke of how Gautam Adani became the second richest man in the world. He said that in 2014, Adani used to be 609 on the rich list. Then he jumped up to second, third richest, suggesting that somehow the Prime Minister being in power is the reason why Gautam Adani rose. How do you respond to this charge, sir?
I don't want to make it an Adani issue, as he sought to make. On the day he was supposed to reply to the maiden presidential address on the budget session by Draupadi Murmu ji, coming from a deprived section, the first tribal president of India. But let me ask a question to you. When the economy grows, when the opportunity grows, others also grow or not? Has India become the biggest startup movement, say third biggest startup movement in the world or not? Has mobile manufacturing 10,000 crore being exported by Apple and Samsung and others or not? Is India going to manufacture chip or not? Therefore, the economy rolls over, it creates opportunities for many. What is wrong with that? I am not sitting in justification for anyone. And just to tell about the gentleman you are naming, is he not doing business in other states ruled by Congress party, making big investment? As recently, till the last year, in coal blocks in Chhattisgarh, to power, to other things, infrastructure in Rajasthan, to port in Kerala. I am not saying good. The country should diversify, the country should grow. Therefore, just to make an issue. But the larger issue is, Rahul Gandhi's entire background and the Congress party, from Bofors to Kotroki, we had occasion to discuss a lot of that. The whole reckless abuse of government resources. Today he talked about resources. The biggest beneficiary of resources have been Mr. Robert Vadra. The entire Haryana government was there to help him get all the lands, including getting it further transferred upon high cost with loan from a big housing company, or for that matter, hundreds of acres of land in Rajasthan. FIR have been there. You all know it very well. What more to say?
One of the key charges leveled was around how the GVK group apparently had to give up control of the Mumbai airport because they were raided by CBI, ED and other government agencies, and once the transfer happened, we haven't heard since from the agencies or seen any public action once the transfer happened to the Adani Group, and that's one of the key things that Rahul Gandhi seems to be picking on.
I think there are proper remedies available if they had any problem. I mean, again, repeating my issue to you. I will put it in a different context. Did Manmohan Singh government allow private parties to take airports or not? in the PPP model, the improvement we are seeing or not. The party you named or others all came when the Congress party was in power, and rightly so. Therefore, don't make it one airport specific. I am again telling you, if there is any issue, let the party concerned go to court. Expose or explain that with evidence. But only because Rahul Gandhi is in the habit of making reckless allegations, that should not become a byword.
Rahul also alleges that government rules were favoured to support this one industrial group. That, for example, the general rule in the maintenance and running of airports earlier was that you couldn't do this if you didn't have past experience. And that rule, Rahul claims, was changed to support the Adani Group.
I asked in the House which rule. Lay it on the floor. If a rule is there, we'll talk about it. Therefore, again, I am not supposed to respond to the reckless allegations of Rahul Gandhi. I did in my press conference today. I am doing it again. I will do it in the floor of the House, on the floor of the House. But I am on a larger question. भारत में अगर एयरपोर्ट को हिंदुस्तानियों को हमको देना है, तो कोई तो पहला होगा कि नहीं होगा? Otherwise, if eligibility becomes the condition, तो खाली बाहर के लोग आएंगे ना? Come on, let's talk something very practical. If you want Indian entrepreneurs to grow in various fields, you will have to give chance or not. Is it his case that one was preferred, others were denied? This is also not the case. After all the GVK or GMRs, did they have any experience of operating airports earlier? Did they grow in stature or not? Let me put it a secondary question to you in larger perspective. Today, if made in India weapons have to be manufactured, why should not Indian players be allowed? Then you will say, you have never manufactured any weapons in the past, therefore you are permitting only foreign players to come. And that makes Congress very comfortable, because any deal must have a deal with them and the Commission, be it Augusta helicopter or be it Bofors or be it any others. Today, in the floor of the budget, Nirmala ji said that Indian weapons manufactured in India worth 14,000 crores have been exported outside. It's going to rise to 19,000 crore. It is creating a problem for him. Therefore, let us talk it in a context.
Now, one of the things Rahul Gandhi does again and again is pull out these images of the Prime Minister with Gautam Adani or travelling on a plane which has the Adani name on top. Now, I'm very uncomfortable with this kind of an attack for the simple reason that there are so many photos of various people, say for example with someone like me, who later turn out to be all kinds of dubious characters. Just the fact that there is a picture that is taken by itself suggests very little, but that's something that Rahul Gandhi seems to be laying a lot of emphasis on in his parliament address.
हमने आपके चैनल पर ये देखा है कि उनके बहनोई साहब की भी फोटो है उनके साथ, उनके तीन मुख्यमंत्रियों की फोटो है उनके साथ, केरला के मुख्यमंत्री की फोटो है उनके साथ. तो what do we make out of it? Come on, if you are doing business, people meet. But I am on a larger question, Rahul Kamal. Should or should not, it should be the duty of all Indians to ensure that our entrepreneurs do well, become internationally competitive? Or should we allow everything to become at the beck and call of foreign companies with deal within deal and commission? And kindly see, not only in terms of Narendra Modi's personal shining armor of great honesty, but see the institutional steps we have taken, sending 28 lakh crore under direct benefit transfer, government welfare scheme to the people, saving 2.5 lakh crore. Bankruptcy Code, Unregulated Foreign Finance Regulation Act, Benami property making tougher provision, and whole range of other legislative instruments which we have taken, apart from making the whole taxation regime more friendly, but also tougher in case of those who try to run away from it.
This demand that's being made of a joint parliamentary committee probe, In the past, the likes of Arun Jaitley, Sushma Swaraj, Lal Krishna Advani from the BJP have held up parliamentary proceedings demanding JPC probes on various charges when the Congress was in power. The opposition now says, why is the government running away from a JPC? Let there be a JPC and दूध का दूध पानी का पानी हो जाएगा.
जवाब बहुत साफ है. सीएजी की रिपोर्ट थी ना, कोयला में स्कैम हुआ था ना. As a former Communication Minister of India, I can tell you what a massive scam 2G was. How people were pushed out of the licensing regime by bouncers. You know it very well. Adarsh Ghotala, what was that? The flats meant for the retired army personnel and their widows was appropriated by Sushil Kumar Sindhe, Ashok Chavan and many others. What about Commonwealth? 70,000 crore scam? Many Congress leaders were involved or not? Therefore, the point is, when there is such a scam of loot of public money confirmed by other reports, then we demanded that there need to be a JPC. And on the whole 2G issue, I was a member of that JPC, Mr. Rahul Kamal. I regret to say, every attempt, I repeat, every attempt was made by the chairman of that group to completely frustrate any fair investigation there. And ultimately, things took its own course. The court did intervene. But I must tell you one thing more. There is too much of the suspicious circumstances surrounding many things. The Hindenburg report, and thereafter the slump in the shares, and Mr. Rahul Gandhi taking it up with some friendly channels trying to expose it, and then making these reckless allegations. If they are suspicious circumstances, or if there is a coincidence, it is too much of a coincidence. That's all I can tell you. But again, to repeat, the Narendra Modi's image is so overwhelmingly honest, trusted by the people of India, that it will not suffer any dent, much less it gives the opportunity to us to again expose all the wrongdoings of Congress in the last so many years, full of scam, loot of public money and reckless impropriety.
Before I go across to the Congress MP, Jyotimani, I have one last question, Shankar Prasad ji, because we're seeing the opposition now, from what I can gather, want to use this issue to derail parliamentary proceedings, not just for the first half of the budget session. This could carry on in the second half as well. They want to make this issue number one, and that essentially means that we will not have any parliamentary debate in the way that we ordinarily should, and all the legislative agenda then gets held up.
Yes, that is a matter of concern. That's a matter of concern. We wasted 3 days. They came for a debate. They could have done on the very first day itself. Now there is a PM's reply on this. There will be discussion on the budget, and 13 we are ending. No one can stop. And let me tell you, under the leadership of Rahul Gandhi, what way Congress will take, we don't know. I can tell you, based upon the first-hand evidence, many of the Congress leaders are themselves not very happy about the way things are being conducted by his coterie. Bas arop lagao bhago. And ultimately, he is not learning any lesson. I would say, Mr. Rahul Gandhi, learn to do your homework well. And remember one thing, Rahul, the more you attack Mr. Narendra Modi, the more his credibility and acceptability grows. People have seen in the case of Gujarat, people have seen in the case of 2019, and the same will respond in 2024. Why? Because people of India trust his credibility, his honesty, and his hard work and delivery, the way he is taking India high globally and also in terms of development. And they also know for sure what is the record of Congress party in general and Rahul Gandhi in particular.
Ravi Shankar ji, thank you for joining us.